light is ruining absolutely everything. Great. Fear! Don't type furiously. Gosh.
I'm talking to Akila. Don't judge me.
You can mute your super loud keyboard.
Well, I'm sorry. That is very satisfying.
Alright, this stupid light is ruining my stream. No. Okay, there's everyone. Hi. Hi. A stupid light, man. It's annoying. Why do I just turn it off? I can just. I'm just making myself tiny. There we go. Hey.
Hey.
Oh gosh. There's a lot of people on YouTube and Twitch. That's good. Actually, just a lot of people on YouTube. Alright. Let's see. How is everyone doing? I hope you all are doing fine. Boy. Thank you for the congratulations. I actually hit 350 like 2 days ago, I think. I'm just a really bad YouTuber and haven't made a video about it.
She's lazy and doesn't care about her fans at all.
Yeah, I haven't been terribly sick the last week or anything at all.
Spending time at Undertale conventions.
Oh boy. They like my hair. Screw you,
Playing games.
Playing games. I'm sorry, I don't want to spend 24 hours a day in my freaking bed. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna clarify that one thing. Before all the stupid comments come in like, where's episode 3 of Glitchtale Academy? It's been 2 weeks and you haven't posted a new episode. Like, kinda stupid things like that. Surprisingly, I think animation takes a lot of time. Like, a lot of time. Especially if we're talking about a freaking anime kind of length episodes. Like 20 minutes. It's just one person animating, which is me. And, you know, I also have a family that I would like to spend time with. Since, you know, it's gonna be Christmas and New Year soon. I do not want to be animating in my room while everyone is opening their presents. I want my presents too. I want my toys as well. So if you can please wait in silence for 2 months that actually take me to animate an episode, that will be nice. That will be legit nice. Like, that will be perfect. I am not going to finish this episode. I think, actually, I know I said January, but I remembered, hey, it's Christmas. I need to actually behave like a human being and be with my family more often, you know? So, pretty sure I'm gonna take until February for this next episode. The only reason of why Dust took only a month to animate was because I was working on it. Like 8 hours a day from Monday to Sunday non-stop. And that got me sick. Like, that got me really sick. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So, I'm gonna call it stupid Veer again because he's internet. Your internet is stupid, by the way, Veer.
Don't judge my internet. It's nice. It tries its hardest.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. As I was explaining, you guys are gonna have to be patient. And if you see anyone whining about the next episode not coming up, probably not coming out on January, I'll try my best though. But if it doesn't come out on January, y'all can tell them to just wait in silence, to shut their little mouth and just, you know, be a good subscriber and wait. It's a 4-letter words. And it's actually really useful. Okay.
We're all still waiting for Elements 3 after all.
Yes. And you'll keep waiting on that until I
Forever.
decide otherwise.
Forever.
You are a jerk.
Someone has to be.
I know. All right. So I guess with that having said that, we can start on the we can finally start on the Q&A. Okay. Oh gosh, I don't even know where to start actually. I've been staring at these questions for like a minute, like 5 minutes, and not having no idea where to start from. I want to get rid of some questions first that I've been asked a lot, and then I'll jump onto the chats, both chats, because I have Twitch and YouTube open, so I can actually answer some more questions. I don't know, Beer. You can choose the first one. I think I sent them to you. I'm actually gonna send them to you again so you can choose. I hope that's okay with you.
Why don't we just start at the beginning?
What's at the beginning?
The first question there.
Like the very first question here?
Yeah, why not? Just read them in
Okay.
the line.
Okay. I'm gonna read it then. Boy, okay. So, this question was from Twitter actually. It's regarding Betty. You're the one character you all love, you know? Okay. It says since fear is technically not a legitimate soul trait like bravery, and Betty came from a soul, which originally had the bravery trait, does that mean Betty technically has a bravery soul as well? No. She actually is just like I don't want to go really deep into her origin story because I have that very well explained actually on my Tumblr that for some reason nobody looks at. But basically, you guys gotta understand that Betty is literally a creation. The soul that she has is not even her own soul. It's like what you can call her mother's soul, which is bravery soul, but bravery does not exist anymore. She inverted her trait into fear. That is not you cannot revert that process. She actually died in the process of trying to revert her soul, but as a result, we got a fear soul, which is the thing that Betty has. She is an absolute monster. She's just like a creation with only one purpose in mind, which is to destroy humans and monsters as a whole. Like not just monsters. I know I've shown only monsters dying so far, but uh, she's gonna start to take care of humans as well. She doesn't go for humans first because like what 95% of the humans here can't really use magic, so those are like kind of free XP, how you would call it. So I guess she's gonna try to get rid of the strongest monsters first, so the rest will be just easy job. But that's basically it. That's basically it. People's just realizing that, oh, Bravery actually looks like Betty's mom. Oh, I would answer the next one. I'll let you answer the other one, Veer.
The next question.
Yes, yes, because this was my idea, mine,
Okay.
mine. It's mine.
This is your question.
Yes, this is my question. The next one is you can read
You
it.
want me to read it?
Fine.
All right. Why did you make fear stronger than determination instead of equal?
All right. Uh, Actually, a lot of people have been whining to me like, "Oh, determination is supposed to be the strongest trait. Why is fear stronger than that?" Okay, like why did I choose fear in the first place? I knew I needed a villain for the second season. I had no sources to look for a new villain from Undertale whatsoever, so I had to create one. And I think the hardest part from creating Betty was what trait will she have that could surpass determination. I chose fear because okay. Let me level you up for a sec. Out of all the traits, I think that determination is the strongest one because it's based on your emotional state, on your willpower. As long as you want to hold on and as long as you want to keep going, your determination will just grow stronger, and therefore your power will go stronger. Which is why determination can win against whatever other trait, or is the one trait that allows you to persist after death. So why does fear actually counters that thing? Because it's just like such a strong emotion. Like you can feel happy or sad or anger or determination in that moment, but in the second you get hit with something that you fear, a lot of people just paralyze in the moment. A lot of people react differently to fear, but fear is like the one emotion that will just throw you down immediately, that will just make you paralyzed completely, that won't just make you move or feel completely hopeless or weak against something that you fear. So instead of growing stronger, you will start to lose determination because fear just starts to overwhelm your whole body. It overwhelms your emotion. And since determination works with your emotional state, you will start to lose your trait. So, like the special thing that determination has, which is growing stronger as the battle goes on, fear does the exact opposite effect on it, which will be losing their trait, making you weaker to the point where it can be defeated by fear. Okay? And I know I said like only fear can defeat determination, but at the same time, only determination can also defeat fear. That will only depend on your willpower and actually the wizard's, motivations to fight and all that. But that's basically it. Oh, five people's actually understanding now. I'm happy. Oh.
To put
Oh.
that short,
Hmm?
fear counters your willpower, and determination's based on willpower.
Thank you. I don't have to talk 5 minutes. Why don't you just answer the whole the think beer?
You seem like you're having fun.
I know. I just go like I'm really passionate about this thing. No idea. I could just talk 10 minutes about something while it's just like a 3 words answer kind of thing. You can pick one and I read it for you. There's like three, four, five, and six.
Just, just keep going.
Do you want to answer one of
Bruh. The next one's so easy. MK could answer it.
these? You don't want to answer that one though.
Oh, go ahead. Fine, let's go.
Okay, actually, I don't know why this a question. It's kind of obvious. I mean, a lot of people got it.
I mean, the answer was only literally written in the episode. You even zoomed in on it.
I'm just gonna read it. I'm not gonna count it as a question because it's kind of obvious. But I guess for like the 5% of the people that didn't get it, I mean, we can just explain further something about Jessica. Boy, okay. Cause on Twitter someone was asking why was Jessica's soul breaking. The weapon that she's using works with soul power. It is a really dangerous weapon because it literally says in the description sheet that it may crack your soul after using it. It doesn't matter if you're like the strongest human, the weapon just does that. It's like it literally rips out energy directly from your soul and uses it to nullify some monster's magic. It's like a really, really, really bad weapon, but I guess she's just using it because she was really mad. Boy, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that one settles it.
Alright.
Do you want the next one?
Are all of Azrael's hyperdeath powers back, or is it just a small portion of his godly powers?
Ooh, boy, boy, boy. I'll actually take the opportunity to like explain another thing that a lot of people is confused about. Asriel doesn't have all seven souls inside of his one little soul. I actually had a lot of time, a hard time deciding how to represent that on the season one finale because I just wanted to make it clear that it wasn't the entire soul, but just a portion of it, like a small part of every soul's essence. And all those little pieces make his soul. He doesn't have all seven souls. He just has like a small portion of each one that made the rainbow soul that Ashriel has. He can use the similar powers to what he had on what we see with his God of Hyper Death form. As I mean, I made it kind of clear the ending of episode 2 that he can kind of summon uh, the same powers that he has, but instead of having normal fire, like the fire is kind of rainbow, I'm gonna have those little details. But overall, I mean, he's not gonna go into like adult form and have all those crazy things happening, but he can use the same powers he could use as if he had the seven souls, but not like that extreme.
Basically, he's really powerful, but not as powerful.
That's
Say
boring
he's
answer. It's a boring answer.
say he's probably about a seventh of how strong he was.
That's fair. That's fair. Considering he had infinite attack and infinite defense, a seventh part of that sounds pretty fair.
Well, if you have a seventh of infinite, then it's still infinite.
Good point, but that's still good. It's still really powerful. Alright. Oh yeah, that one. Wait. Okay. I wanted to animate this, but apparently I'm not gonna be able to because I wanted to like make a short animated version of this question, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I'd rather to just progress on the episode as much as I can and try to enjoy Christmas for once. So, okay, this one question, you guys gotta pay attention to this one, okay? Let's see. It says, how did Jessica get the hate vial? I mean, I never explained that, and it was because I wanted to explain it in a short animated video, but since I'm not gonna be able to do that, I'm just gonna answer it here. Um, I hinted at it a lot on my Tumblr, but nobody reads my Tumblr apparently. So I'm just gonna explain it. When the barrier broke, you guys kind of understand that hate is like a separate being, like an amorphous being. It works. It's not even a trait. It's like a soul can be made out of hate. What hate does is just surround the soul and like take over, like take the full control on its host. That's what basically hate does.
It's
So
an infection.
yeah, it's like an infection, and the more it stays there, the harder it is to get it out. It's literally an infection. So when the barrier broke, the hate that was created, because hate can be destroyed. You can't destroy hate. Once it's generated, it's just there. It can change form or host, but it can be destroyed. So when this barrier broke, the hate started to like go out and like look for a new host, and you gotta like assume that the AMD, the anti monsters department, is like also like always monitoring the barrier. Of course, they like freaking. I just picture like 5 buildings full of alarms getting triggered and all that when the barrier broke, and a lot of protocols started being activated. But when the hate was going like through whatever part of the city, the AMV was able to like capture the hate and actually contain it to like I don't know make studies with it, to whatever humans wanted to do with it. It was a magical thing that they just kept as a secret and managed to just compress it into this one little vial. Don't look at the vial like, oh, it's just a small amount of haze. Not gonna do anything. Do not open it. Do not let anything open that vial because it's just gonna be bad, really bad.
Hate
Don't
can
ever
grow.
Don't ever, don't ever broke that file. Just keep it as far from the evil hands as possible, because that would be really, really bad. Basically, the AMD had this hate file since Jessica's the one that leads it. She of course has all the rights and permissions to get a thing for herself if she wanted to use it. Betty knew Jessica had it because Betty has had like a whole month to do research and investigation on practically all the characters. Betty knew Jessica had the power to this one hate vial, and that's why she approached her. Betty knew she was easy to manipulate because of everything that happened to her in the past and all that. So that's why they kind of teamed up for that one moment. But all that Betty was basically an easy way to get rid of Sans and an easy way to get to the hate vial, which actually succeeded, as you can see. Veer, everyone's thinking you're just gonna spoil the entire season.
I give a lot of fake spoilers. Like, if you've read any of my spoilers, chances are it's fake. I have said the true spoiler once out of the like 15 spoilers I've said out there.
It's actually really funny whenever you're like trying to spoil something and you actually make it sound legit. And the people's like, oh my god, this is so true.
I've kind of created a little mini game among the community to see who can figure out what the real ending I spoiled is.
Oh, it's just the funniest thing. Alright, I guess now we move on to the chat.
Wait, wasn't there one more?
I can answer that later at the ending.
Okay, yeah.
I want to focus on Glitchtale related questions for now.
I've seen a lot of questions about will Papyrus play a role. A lot of people have asked that.
Alright, another thing to clarify for like the 20th time. I am not going to include any alternate universes ever in Glitchtale. None of them. I want this story to be 100% unique, at least in that matter. I'm not going to include characters from other alternate universes. I'm going to probably leave a link in the description because I'm not gonna go into a 20 minutes rant about why I do not like alternate universes at all. So if you wanna read why or my view on it, you can just go onto the description and click that one link. I am not going to answer that. I just wanted to make clear that I'm not going to include any alternate universes on this thing. That includes this Philip Papyrus, whatever thing that is. I'm not going to include that. I'm not going to include any concept that changes the character's personality at all. Basically.
That also means no error sands. A lot of people have been asking for error sands. That's not going to happen.
You already have an amazing animator doing that thing for you, so you go watch her. Jackie is doing an amazing job including all the senses ever in her animations, and she's awesome already. So you go watch that. Glitchtale is for another thing, and I'm going to keep it that way.
All right,
nice.
To cut it short, will Papyrus be disbelief Papyrus? No. Will Papyrus play a role later? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Oh boy.
I mean, he's not dead, but he's in prison.
Oh man, like a lot of people's like being wondering what's gonna be Papyrus' reaction to getting hit with the nose with the news that Sans is no longer with us. But like at the same time that I threw the hint at Gaster being able to feel how Sans was fading away, Papyrus had the same he had the same feeling. I just didn't show it on animation. But he already knows. I am going to, of course, in the animation show what the aftermath of that is, but he already knows that Sans is no longer here. So at least you can get that one idea out. But I am going to show what is the aftermath going to be. Boy,
So,
more. I need more. I'm gonna die. My throat. I've just been switching in between like the Undertale soundtrack is so good. Okay.
will there be any more human protagonists? And if so, how big of a role will they play?
Oh, you can answer that. I'm fine with you answering that.
Will there be other human protagonists in the future? Yes. Will they play a big role? Yes.
Not saying anything else about that. Oh, Jessica's alive after episode 2? Actually, yes, she is. I know the unholy screams can be confused with death, but actually she's alive. I mean, you
Oh,
will.
believe me. I knew she was
You.
supposed to live, but I heard the screaming and I thought she died.
I know. I mean, how hard will you scream if you were being showed all your fears at the same time? You will scream your lungs out, actually. Just how you heard in that one. Basically, that's it. Jessica doesn't even represent a threat anymore to Betty. She just probably just emotionally destroyed her for life and just left it there. But
On a
yeah, she is
scale
alive.
of, hang on, this one's good. I like this
What?
question. On a scale of 1 to swimming in tears, what are the feels going to be like in the next episode? I'd say a strong 11.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I know a lot of people was like, oh, after what happened to Sans, nothing can be worse. And I'm like, bruh, you wanna bet? I don't know if there's a scale for how many feels you guys are gonna have, but I did promise before starting season 2 that every episode was going to have like to begin with a lot of feels and a pretty sweet plot twist near the ending or at least in the middle of it. But every episode is gonna have its unique thing, its unique event or something that's gonna happen there. It's really good. Oh, you're gonna see Office in the next episode. Actually, I wanted to include her earlier, but I didn't want to have 30 minutes of episode, so I
Too
decided to
bad.
just
You
yeah,
did it
like
anyway.
Alphys is being working with Gaster. She doesn't live with him, so that's why you just can't find her in his house lab thing. But she does work with him. Plus, she's been spending a lot of time with Undyne doing smooshies, so you can figure that out. Boy,
Okay.
okay,
Uh,
give me another one. Give me another one. Yes, boy. Bonjour.
can Betty show fears of their landscape? Example, fear of heights.
Oh, like if she fears something?
Yeah. I think she can, actually. I think we talked about that. She can change the environment to that person that she's trying to manipulate. She can make them see the environment as something different. So if they're only afraid of heights, then yeah, she can make them feel like they're at the top of a building.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that's actually terrifying. Just imagine you being afraid of spiders and being in a cave full of them is no, just no, no, bad, bad. Oh,
Will Undyne play a role in the future? Yes.
yes. Actually, this whole season is about other characters taking the spotlight. You know, I wanted to go. I wanted to give each character at least one moment where they can shine, basically. But all of the episodes have a different character you can focus your eyes on, and it's actually gonna be really challenging for me because I have no idea how to animate a couple of characters, but I'm gonna have to figure that one out anyways as I go. So if I make something cringy in the future, please don't judge me. I'm trying my best. Not like my animations were any good to begin with, though. But I try. Oh, my eyes itchy.
Are
No.
Betty and Gaster going to fight? We've only answered this like 1,000 times, but yes.
Yes, it's gonna be great. Oh, I can't wait to animate that. Actually, I even made a speed paint of those two because I'm just really hyped about animating that one battle scene. Also, Gaster's. Oh, we can jump on explaining Gaster's eyes real quick here because a lot of people was confused too. Uh, luckily, the speed paint I made for Gaster's special attack got a lot of views, and actually, people for once read the description about it. So a lot of the people here already know. I'm gonna explain anyways, so I make sure. When you see in dust, whenever Sans turns to dust, you can see Gaster's blue eye disappearing. That can be confused with him being uh, at least 50% weaker with what you can like as a conclusion, but it's actually the opposite. It's the other way around. I don't know if you want to explain this video because I'm gonna take like 10 minutes explaining this thing. You can just sum it up.
All right. So it's talked about in Undertale how monsters age only when they have children. I mean, you can figure that out by talking to Gerson in Waterfall. So for a monster to age, its soul would have to grow weaker. So it's only natural to assume that it's giving its soul power to the child so that it can grow older, right?
Yes, correct.
So if that source, basically this parasitic organism, stopped sucking the power out of the host's soul, all that power would go back. So instead of Gaster growing weaker with Sans' death, he suddenly has all the power he's ever given to Sans come back flooding into him,
Oh boy,
making him
yes.
now 50% more powerful. Which, if you look at how strong he already was, that makes him twice as strong as he was in Yet Darker.
Which is pretty freaking strong if you ask me, mate.
Yeah, I mean, he was already able to keep up with Super Saiyans.
Oh my gosh, yes. Basically, Gaster can kick ass right now. And oh boy, yes, it's gonna be fun to do that. But yeah, that actually answers like 5 questions at once.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people asking those questions.
Yeah. All right. Is there another one? I mean, I don't want to have like an hour and a half stream on YouTube, but yeah, we can go that long. I don't mind.
How would level of violence go against hate? They don't really go against each other, they kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah. Yeah, actually.
If Betty is made of magic, then what is bravery made of as of now? Bravery is dead.
Yeah, Brewer's been dead for like hundreds. Oh, actually, hundreds of thousands of years. I would say hundreds. We established this, right?
Yeah,
Like
well, we think
hundreds
so,
of
but
years.
that's not a conversation for right now.
Yeah, I don't want to make me think on the timeline. I'm not gonna think on the timeline right now. I don't want to make this freaking 7 hours of stream explaining the timeline. Boy, alright.
Jessica's not dead. No, that was answered earlier.
Yeah, they were. If they want to, they can just see the video later. Give me a second.
Will Frisk fight Betty? I mean, we're already talking about how determination has to counter fear. So take what you want from that. What would happen if hate fought fear? Well, just like with hate and level of violence, they kind of go hand in hand together. Hate's an infection. It enhances whatever it's on in a terrible manner.
My mom brought me like a milkshake kind of thing. Delicious.
That's amazing.
Love my mom. I'm pretty sure she's gonna watch the video.
Will there be another determination character? There can only be one determination soul at a time.
I didn't explain that. Okay. Actually did not explain it, but basically there can only be one determination soul existent at the time. Same goes for fear. There can be two of them at the same time. Ask that to, I don't know, Toby, whatever. You go ask them. But at least in Glitchtale it works like that. Imagine having 100 determination souls existing at the same time. Since there's probably thousands of humans. I don't know, with the same red soul. That would be just really confusing. So, at least for Glitchtale, I decided to make canon that there can only be one determination soul existing at the same time.
That was a good question. Can all souls be inverted or just bravery?
Oh, okay. I wanted to develop this like a lot more in season 2, but I got really carried away with the concept I have for the fear soul that I'm not gonna be able to include it, but I do have the idea that all the souls can be, if they ever change the essence of their soul, it will be the opposite of it. I still haven't decided yet for uh, what the names are going to be, or if they're all are just going to be pink. I mean, might as well just make all the opposites versions pink. I don't know. I haven't decided that yet, but that's a concept I do want to develop in the future. So I don't know. Maybe one day I'll actually finish season 2, and if people really want to, I can develop that one idea I have in the next one. If you guys want, that would be great. I will be animating Undertale my entire life if I could possibly do that. But now that gets kind of boring. So until you guys get boring, I'll be doing this thing. Until you guys get bored, I will do this thing. But basically, yeah. Short story of it, all the souls can be inverted to the opposite of their essence. No idea what the names are gonna be, but the concept is already there.
All right. Can Betty feel fear?
Ooh.
Yes.
Yes, she can. I
Do you
know
want to talk
she's
more about that?
a little bit more. A little bit more. I'm gonna say a couple of things, and if you want to add more, you can add more. Despite Betty being a creature, sadly she was how can I say it, infused with human feelings and human memories, so she can feel things that normal human beings can feel. Now, what she does with that depends on her, but she can feel fear. And does she go stronger when she feels fear? Yes. Whenever you, uh, if a determination soul is filled with determination, it grows stronger. If a bravery soul is I don't know, filled with bravery, it will go stronger. Same applies to fear. Um, does Betty fear something? Maybe. I don't know.
So, to clarify, Betty grows stronger when she becomes afraid. So, yes, she does feel fear. And does she have a fear? A major fear? Yes. Will it appear? Yes. In the next episode? Probably.
Might as well just say everything about Betty right now. Oh,
Ooh.
ooh.
What's the reverse of determination? That's a good question, actually. I don't think
we
we've gotten into that one yet.
no, we haven't thought on it. Like we thought on what happens to the trait when they lose the trait, they go gray. But as for the opposite of each one, I don't know if we have decided on that yet, because we do want to elaborate more on that idea later on.
Yes, hate can affect the soul without the soul itself feeling hate. It can, but it's much more powerful if the soul naturally develops it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Betty and Akumu are the same creature. They're the same being. They are not
They
separate entities that have different agendas. They're not controlling each other. Nothing like that. They share each other.
Yeah, I actually forgot to clarify that one because a lot of people was getting confused, even going full on theories with that thing. They both share the same soul. They both know what each other is thinking. They both just are the same creature. They're the same being. They share the same soul and they share power as well. This milkshake is delicious.
Kara appeared to Azrael whenever Betty feared him because Azrael feels guilt over what he did. He's afraid of how he handled the situation. He's wondering if something he did is why they're dead. And so he's afraid of thinking about that. Azrael
Aside
regrets what he
from
did as Flowey, but he's afraid it's his fault that his sibling is dead.
And aside from just toying with people's fears, she does have illusion based magic. So she can make you see things that aren't really there, despite it being related to your fears or not. She does have illusion based magic, but yeah, most of it works with her opponent's fears or sad feelings overall, like really bad feelings. She can just twist them to her own will.
Will Glitchtale ever have another reset?
I mean, we did destroy the reset button.
Yeah.
There's no way you can bring
From
that
where
thing
we're at
back.
right now, probably not, no.
Yeah, considering everything that's happening right now, not at all.
Why is fear pink? Pink is a pretty unnerving color, at least to some people. It's too cheerful, just like Betty. When you first saw her, she was nothing but cheerful, loving, happy. Secret agenda is made to make you feel like she's trustworthy.
Which actually worked perfectly. A lot of you fell for it.
If it worked on fans.
Oh, low blow. I
Will
actually
there
was going
be
to make him be not completely trustful in her, but I guess he just rolled with it since everyone else seemed to like Betty.
will the next episode be brutal? Honestly, yeah, now is probably the time to say there's a warning there. It's going to be really brutal.
Oh, it's gonna be bad.
Betty and Gaster are going to go at each other with everything they have, and only one's leaving alive. They both know it.
Oh, it's gonna be good. Yes, yes. Also, you guys know, I mean, I made a speed paint off it, Gaster's new special attack. Since he's now 50% stronger, he can summon power that he haven't been able to use for a long time. Gaster has his special attack, which is duality. Basically, two giant hands that change from color to color. They can make combinations between them, and they're just overall so much stronger than any of the other seven hands that he had before. I'm pretty sure that for the ones that know, when Gaster has all the seven hands, that special attack was called monotone. Basically, all seven hands turn into one color and they do the same attack. One of that, like that one attack, is just as powerful as a normal attack from one of the two hands he has when he uses duality. Basically, so he's pretty freaking strong. Now, does Betty have a special attack? She does. She does have a special attack. Of course, I'm not gonna say what it is, but I can say the name of it. Her special attack is gonna be called Magicophobia. I'm not going to say what is it, but you can try to, I guess, make a theory on it, on whatever you guys feel. Build hype, basically. That's gonna be it.
Hate can't be a character that was already discussed. The closest thing you're going to come to hate was what happened to Kara whenever they fought Azrael.
Mm-hmm. Are there more questions? More questions. Like when we see questions starting to repeating too much, we're just gonna stop. But for now, it's been really nice questions so far.
What happened to the car? That was an illusion.
People still asking about the car. I'm sorry. You
Is
gotta
Betty a
make
girl or
sure.
a boy? I'm
Huh?
technically, is Betty a girl or a boy? Technically, I guess girl, but if you want to get really technical about it, they're nothing. They're not even human.
That's true. That's true. There are also genderless human that look like a girl. Like the literal definition of Betty will be that a genderless human-looking girl creature kind of thing. That's it.
We don't really handle the voice acting stuff. That's Strelog's business, so we don't know how he handles that with Ultima.
Oh, what did they ask? I might know.
Since Ultima Almighty is a voice actor on the series, while also blind reacting to it, is there anything special you have to do with him so that he's going into the episodes blind?
Actually, I even told Estrella that he could just make Mettaton himself. I mean, he was just gonna make two noises in the entire episode, but I guess he wanted to do a cast for it. Uh, Voice acting is not gonna be a big thing through the season. I actually didn't want voice acting at all, but it is true that for some scenes it's actually necessary because it does enhance the scene or the feeling that I want you guys to get in that one moment. So I'm gonna keep it, but it's not gonna be a minor thing. It's never gonna be a minor thing in this season or whatever else thing I do with Glitchtale in the future. But I'm going to keep voice acting like really minimal. In a really, I'm not gonna have. I don't think I'm ever gonna have a sentence actually there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, actually, I want to answer that. If Akumu dies, does Betty die? Do you want to answer that?
Okay.
Okay, go
If
ahead.
Akumu dies, does Betty die? No.
That's it. Good job. I guess that's it. I mean, saying anything else will be a spoiler, but that's the answer to the question.
Do the bystanding humans know about the current events of the monsters and their abilities? Well, that's actually going to be in this next episode, sort of.
Yes. I guess you can wait for that one answer. I don't. I'm trying to not spoil anything. Just saying
Will
things that you know.
Will Undyne the Undying or Mettaton Neo appear in season 2? Maybe.
Maybe I don't know. What do I look like? The creator or something? Jeez.
Would Papyrus fight Betty if he knew she killed Sans? That's going off of the disbelief Papyrus thing. We already talked about that.
It's not gonna be included. Papyrus is just too cute to ever hurt or kill something. I wanted to keep it that way. I mean, just look at what he did in the genocide route. Jeez.
Since Akumu absorbed Sans' soul, does that make Betty stronger? And that
Yes.
sort, whenever Akumu absorbs a soul, it sort of creates a well of magical power inside of the pink soul. And so both Akumu and Betty can drain magic from the souls they've absorbed to use as their own powers. Meaning, yes, they become stronger.
Yes.
Both of them do.
Oh my god.
Will Betty even care if Akumu dies? Yes. And Akumu would also care if Betty died. Despite everything, they care about each other.
Yeah, which is actually cute and it hurts me. Oh, I said as a joke that I wasn't the creator of Glitchtale. Why are you guys actually asking that?
Because it's me.
Yeah, actually, Spear, the one who like sits down here 10 hours a day and animates his butt off.
Sure.
He has a talent. He's been animating for 10 years already. He's much better than me at drawing. All of
It's
that
true.
is true. All of that is
Oh,
true.
that's true. Whenever
Completely
you guys
true.
watch those speed paints, it's actually me.
It's
We just
actually
have Kevin
weird.
on camera.
I just pretend I'm drawing things and he's just there in the background doing everything for me. That's basically it.
why does Sans bleed? It's actually confirmed that's ketchup. It is
Actually, yeah.
confirmed.
I was actually surprised. I was looking on Toby Fox's Twitter for information and all that, and he actually confirmed that. For example, in the genocide route, when you cut him and he bleeds, quote unquote, that's actually ketchup. It's canon that it's ketchup. He loves drinking ketchup. You can just assume that he was drinking ketchup earlier with Azrael, hence why he was bleeding. Oh boy.
Uh,
Huh? Oh no, I just like pink. Betty is in no shape or form me. It's just the character I created. A lot of people say, "Oh, but she's your original character." Actually, I've created a lot of original characters aside from Betty. I created Jessica Gray. Does that mean I'm her? No, it doesn't. But it's just the same. I just a character I created. I just like pink, coincidentally.
who was Betty's mom in season 2, episode 2? That was an illusion.
Yes, that was an illusion. Betty needed a motherly figure to pretend she had parents, so Gaster wouldn't suspect on her. So the only motherly figure Betty had in that moment was Bravery. So she just created an illusion of her standing next to her, to trick him to let him stay on his lab house thing.
Is Timmy the one thing that can stop Betty? No, Timmy feels fear from muscles because they are not cute. Timmy would not be able to beat Betty.
Oh my gosh. Yes, you will see more alphas. Actually, in this episode, you're gonna see some alphas.
Will
I don't
Gaster
know.
ever fight Betty? I don't know, probably not.
Definitely not. No, that's never going to happen. It's funny when I. It's gonna be funny watching the video.
What happened to Betty's parents? They never existed.
What parents? What?
Betty wasn't born. She's not human. She was created. She's a monster.
She's a
Thing,
creature.
creature.
Exactly. She's made of magic with a human soul. Looks human, but is not human.
Will the annoying dog ever be in the series? The annoying dog is a representation of Toby in Undertale, so no. Glitchtale is separate from Undertale.
Oh gosh.
Will Kara be in this episode? No.
They're dead, mate. Kara's dead. They've been dead since the ending of episode 1. Actually, they've been dead for hundreds of years. They were just able to come back due to glitches. And they died again. They're like in the void somewhere, but they're dead. They don't even have a soul anymore. I'm just having voice acting for them because of illusions that Betty's probably gonna use, but they're dead.
Can Betty age? No.
Nope, they're just gonna stay. I mean, she's just gonna stay like that forever. For whatever amount of years that she lives.
Can Frisk feel hate? Yes, they can. Will it be used? Don't think so. I don't think so yet.
I mean,
But it can. Hate can affect any soul.
wasn't it Frisk's fault the whole genocide route and the whole hate was created? Like, when you think about it, it's everything bad that's been happening in both seasons was been Frisk's fault so far.
Sans versus Betty in the form of league abilities? I don't even know how to begin that.
What? Next question, please. Oh man.
Could the fear trait be removed from Betty, and would she still be evil if it was?
I don't think it can.
Betty's entire being is feared. To remove it from her would leave her with nothingness, and she would fade into non existence.
Yeah, so basically you can't. No. It is what it is. Can be rebirthed. Rebirthed. Whatever you pronounce. How do you pronounce that word?
What?
Rebirthed?
Rebirth,
Do you
reborn.
know, like, rebirth something with T at the end?
With T at the end.
Screw you,
I don't know.
Peter. Don't mind about that. Whatever.
How old is Betty then? A couple hundred years at least.
Yeah, at least a couple hundred years old. Like, I mean, of existence, of actually being awake, only a month.
Betty is neither a demon, a ghost, nor a poltergeist. They're something completely unique.
A one of a kind demon thing.
Ghosts are an Undertale. They're monsters. I mean, look at Bluey.
Look, he's a monster, and he's a ghost at the same time.
Is it possible for fear to take over hate and hate to take over fear? That's a good one, actually. I
Both
would
are
say
really
hate can
powerful.
probably overtake any trait given enough time.
Yes, no matter how powerful you are, with enough hate, you can just be overwhelmed by it. I mean, everything bad happens because you let hate take control of your decisions. Whatever you're feeling in that moment, with enough hate, you can just be uh, overwhelmed by it and controlled by it.
If another human had the hate trait, could they fight Betty? Well, hate's not a trait, it's something else. It's an enhancement. And any human can feel it, but they'd have to possess magical powers. And there's currently no human out there that's as powerful as Betty,
Yeah, like
even with the
just
hate enhancement.
humans are just learning to use magic again, and so far only children have been able to kinda use it, but they're not nearly as powerful as Betty is right now.
I mean, Toriel School hasn't even been open for a month. And so the children there wouldn't even have a month's worth of experience with magic.
Even if they had a year, they wouldn't be as powerful as Betty is, honestly. I'm dying. Sorry.
Good.
Boy. Oh, there's so many questions and so
How
many.
strong is the Koopa?
Just as strong as Betty, isn't it? I
They're,
mean, if we're talking
they're
about.
about the same.
Yeah, but I think they mean the abilities he has?
Koopa's abilities? Basically, he can shapeshift from anything.
Absolutely anything.
He can be anyone, anywhere. He can be even split into multiple pieces. He can go separate from Betty if he wants to.
That too. Even though they're linked with each other, they just can be separated from each other and not having any uh, consequences on the amount of power they have. It's actually really powerful.
Omega Flowey versus Betty, who would win? Well, Flowey actually has a lot of fears. He's afraid of a lot of things.
hmm
I mean, that's proven in the genocide route. Whenever you're talking to him, where the Undertale's place is supposed to be said, right before Sans, he becomes afraid of you, so he can feel fear. I mean, sure, Omega Flowey has control over the timeline, but he can still be afraid, so he would be subject to anything Betty wanted to happen.
Basically, yes.
Where did Jessica get the gun that she uses? It was made by the AMD.
One of the many projects they've been developing since hundreds of years. Oh boy.
How would you picture Sans and Kara in the void? Probably just sitting there kind of looking at each other bored.
Really bored, actually. The void is a really boring place to be.
I mean, when there's nothing but infinite darkness everywhere, you're just gonna sit there and be like, man, this sucks.
Just being there in like sad face. Oh man, this sucks. Oh man.
Yes, Jessica lost her trait whenever integrity died because she didn't have any reason to keep going anymore.
Actually, if you look what integrity means as a whole, one of the things that you must like have to like have integrity and use to like keep your promises, like being really take promises is something actually important. So when Jessica did that one promise to her daughter and that resulted on her dying, she lost her trait and her soul is now great.
Is there
Okay,
any monster? Hang on, this is a good one. Is there any monster that can't feel fear?
I mean,
No, they can all feel fear, but there's one in particular right now who doesn't care how scary it is.
good one, good one. Just like humans, I mean, you can try to ignore your fears. It's all gonna depend on your emotional state. You just gotta be emotionally strong to try to overcome your fears, whatever they are. Like Veer said, there's one monster in particular right now that does not care at all about his fears, which is gonna be pretty neat. Also, there's one question that I saw I really want to answer. It says, "Can hate infect monsters?" Now, I want to leave it pretty clear. Uh, with hate specifically, we know that monsters are made of magic, but they're made of love, kindness, and like a lot of positive things. My idea is that they cannot stand hate. Like if you were to inject a monster soul with hate, it would immediately destroy or fade away or just turn to dust. Hate's not supposed to be a trait that a monster soul can withstand at all. Humans is a different case because humans suck. Humans are jerks, and they can create hate. They can withstand it, and hate can be associated with a human soul, but monsters can't. However, hate can surround a monster soul, not really infect it, but just being around it to I don't know, do whatever thing it wants. But as like, can a monster soul stand hate? No, it can't. What? What do you see? Darn you, beer. Oh, you're broken it. He's a huge clod. There we go.
Okay, this sucks. But anyways, I saw one that was pretty fun.
Okay,
It
what
says
is
since
it?
Gaster got a 50% power boost, is he just sitting around watching? No. Gaster's on the warpath,
Oh boy.
and Betty knows he's coming. The fun thing about this is Betty's not hiding in the shadows for this one. That's how she got Sans, but she's confident now. It's just going to be an all-out bloodbath between the two.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. It sucks that it takes so much time to animate fight scenes because if it was for me, I would animate 24/7. Sadly, I'm a human being that has to eat and sleep for that matter, so I
It's
can't work on
unfortunate.
it. Yeah, it is really unfortunate. I cannot dedicate 24/7 of my life to this one thing, but sadly, I have to do human things. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to take my sweet time to animate this one thing because I want it to be perfect. I want it to be really cool looking, which is why I'm gonna take a lot of time. Maybe I'm gonna take 2 months to make this thing, so just have patience, like I said earlier. Psych. There are other
A
things
lot of
that
the
we.
questions are just repeats in like different
Yeah, I mean,
ways.
they're repeating itself, but that's why I'm recording this. That's why I wanna upload it to YouTube, despite all the thousands of frames that have been dropped during the stream. I'm just gonna be talking and I'm gonna like froze in place and just keep talking or whatever. It's gonna be fun.
Could Betty be killed with an atomic bomb?
What?
That's what That's what Lavos asked. Could Betty be killed with an atomic bomb?
Just nuke the girl. Nuke everything around her.
Uh, I think so.
I believe so. I mean, if we're talking about nukes here, I think that will do the job. But I don't want to.
Eventually, Betty could become powerful enough to survive it.
That's a good point too.
But could she? Right now, at any point in the series? Probably not. Because that's outrageous.
Yeah, but let's try to not nuke anything. Let's not take desperate, drastic measures right now. I don't want to eradicate an entire civilization. Please.
If Papyrus died, would Gaster be even more powerful? Yes.
Yes.
100% Gaster power.
Let's hope that does not happen, though. That will be tragic.
And what would his special attack be called? I don't
Oh,
know.
I actually have ideas of this I wanted to talk to you about. Boy.
We'll talk about that. That'll be fun.
Yes, I actually have really, really neat ideas for this, but I'm not going to talk to them on stream. But, excuse me, like I said, that will be tragic. Let's hope that never happens.
So monster souls can absorb, or monsters can absorb human souls, right?
They can, yes.
So what would happen if a monster absorbed a human soul that was possessed by hate?
Oh, that's interesting.
That was a good question.
That was a really good question. It's true that the monsters cannot withstand hate. However, if they absorb a human soul that's withstanding hate, I mean that will work. The monster should the monster should be able to stand in it. It actually will be like if a monster gets, I don't know, let's say 10 times more powerful after absorbing a human soul. If this monster absorbs a human soul that's been completely covered with hate, it will go to like, I don't know, 100 times more powerful, 1,000 times more powerful. That has never ever happened, but I figure that's what will happen. Boy,
All
that
right.
was a good one.
Gaster became more powerful because Sans died, despite Sans' soul being used as a well of magic. The magic in his soul is still in Akumu. The draining process that Gaster was feeling, giving his soul to Sans, was reverted. That's what happened there.
Yes. Yes.
Somebody asked if Sans' soul power went back to Gaster, then how does Akumu still have it?
Oh.
I thought that was different enough from the original question that it was worth an answer.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Cammy, if you kill Papyrus, I'm gonna unsub.
Please don't. Have you realized the amount of dislikes between episode 1 and episode 2? It's like double of it. I love it so much. Bring in those dislikes. I love them.
We both really appreciated the reception to episode 2.
You have no idea how much I've been enjoying everyone's tears. It's just delightful. It's the best thing that's ever happened in my 21 years of existence. Have been reading the comments of that one video. I was just like, if I were to die tomorrow, I would be happy. I would just be spending my whole night reading those comments. Just amazing reactions from that.
Who made Betty? The original Bravery Soul. That
Oh.
was pretty obvious.
Yeah, I thought they meant like out of the fourth wall kind of thing.
Sorry.
Akuma's like a shape-shifting kind of person for souls. It's like Asgore's containing, but pink and evil.
And instead of just containing it, he feeds off of it.
Yeah.
Transferring power to himself and Betty.
Slowly and painfully.
Will Gaster use the giant blaster we saw in the speed paint? I don't know, probably.
I don't know, maybe. I don't know, just probably.
Ultima said you cried while animating Sans death
A
scene.
little bit.
That's true.
Just a little bit.
A little bit. She was only yelling at me because, she's like, "Mary, we can't do this." And I was like, "We have to."
Oh man, that was a painful day. Oh, I was screaming at everything and everyone while animating that scene. Oh, it just hurt. Every frame was painful. Oh, what?
That's a good question.
What?
The gun Jessica has and uses on Sans, could it be used on Betty?
What thing?
The gun. Jessica's gun.
Okay.
The anti-magic gun.
Okay, if it was an anti-monster gun, it will not have effect on Betty. However, it is an anti-magic ray. Whatever that uses magic should be affected by that gun. I mean, it is exactly why it has such a huge backlash from using the weapon, is because it's actually pretty good when you think about it. Like, for desperate kind of occasions, it's a really good weapon. But it should work. Maybe not as good as it will work on a monster because it was made and thought for that, but it will have a certain effect on it.
So you said that Gaster was on the warpath and Betty knew it was coming. Does this mean we're going to have a fight between the two of them? No, no,
No,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
absolute.
no.
What are you thinking?
How
What
could
goes?
you believe something like that?
How do you
That's just
come
what
to that
you-
conclusion? What is wrong with you? Some people, I swear.
Or to put it simply, because clearly we have to do this because we've gotten that question like 4 times now.
What?
Yeah, we're gonna fight.
You fight me, mate.
I mean, that's only the entire purpose of this next episode.
Oh man. Oh gosh, it's kind of funny.
Why is Akumu so incredibly adorable? Was it just to throw us off, or was it because you wanted a monster that could double as cute and scary? Both!
Both. There you go. It's both. Oh, what if a monster used that gun? That's impossible. Only a human can use that weapon. That's why Betty needed Jessica to use that weapon for her, because she can't use it. A monster can't use it. Only a human can use that weapon.
How much of a town will be left from the Gaster versus Betty fight? A surprising amount, but not as much as you hope.
Oh gosh.
What if the weapon that they used against Sans to get rid of his powers was used against Gaster? It would affect him,
Yes.
but it wouldn't take away all of his powers. That's just how strong he is right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just to clarify that. I mean, you have, I don't know, you have a normal gun, and you shoot like at the wall, at a wooden wall. It will of course just go through it like it's paper. But what if you shoot the gun to like a steel wall? It would do nothing.
Concrete wall.
It will do
It'll-
nothing. It would just
Go
bounce
into the
away.
concrete wall, but it won't go through it.
Yeah, and there can also be some point where the bullet will just bounce against the wall. It depends at what you're shooting at.
So yes, to answer your question, it will affect Gaster, but it won't stop him.
At all. I don't think anything can stop him, actually.
How did they test the weapon to know it worked? You don't want to know that.
No.
Because if you want my answer for it, you won't be happy.
We're going to answer that, actually, through the season, but not right now. It's okay. It's okay right now.
Alright. What happened to Papyrus when Gaster dies? Nothing will happen to Papyrus if Gaster dies.
Not at all.
It'd be like if the child dies, the parent gets stronger. If the parent dies, nothing happens to the child. They just stop growing. They won't age any further.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't Betty kill all of humanity before the barrier broke?
She didn't exist at that moment. Betty started existing when the barrier broke. I mean, that was the point of it. That was the
Well, I
point
mean,
of her
existing is the
creation.
wrong word to use there. Yes, she existed long before that, but she wasn't
she
active until
she was in a way, yeah, she was meant to like activate whenever the barrier was destroyed. I mean, that was the point of it. That's the point of her creation, just to make sure that both races never live in peace. Just, and if the barrier was ever going to uh break, Betty is there to make sure that both races are completely eradicated.
when bravery became the original fear soul and created Betty, it was to act as a failsafe. Should the barrier ever be broken and monsters and humans began to live in peace, Betty would activate. The
Basically, yeah.
failsafe. The one thing made so that they would never live in peace together.
Yes.
And so now Betty will make sure that that happens by exterminating everything. If nothing's alive, they can't be peaceful.
That's, yeah, that's it. Oh, oh, if bravery turns into fear, can fear turn into bravery? No. When you turn your soul into the opposite essence, you can't revert that process. That process like is like permanent. If it works, because it's like a 1% chance of it working and you not dying in the process. But if it does work, it cannot go the other way around. It cannot be reverted.
And once reverted, or once you become that alternate trait, you, if it's not done properly, you will die regardless. Because
Pretty
it's a
much.
dangerous spell. Dangerous and forbidden for a reason.
It's like 98% of chances of dying in the process. Another percent chance of dying after you actually do it. And the 1% left chances of actually doing it and not die.
Can Betty fight someone who feels no fear? Yes.
Yes.
She can fight, but she won't be able to use her trickery or her illusions on them properly.
She's
They won't
still
really be affected badly.
she's still pretty damn powerful against an enemy that doesn't feel fear. She just has uh less tricks against that opponent. Oh boy.
It's Flowey in the void with Sandy Carter. That's a
Whoa!
okay.
Someone needs to play Undertale right there. Oh
Spoiler
wow.
alert. Flowey is
Spoiler.
Azrael.
Fear, we said no spoilers in this stream.
Too bad. That's what Flowey
How
and
could
Azrael are the same thing. I did it.
how could you say that? No.
How did you come up with Betty? I don't know. I guess Camila
I
just said somebody
don't
who
know.
is really smart working on characters for her. Right, right, Cameron? Right, right.
Okay, there we go. Oh, I don't want to kill the stream. Okay. I don't know. I just come up with Betty somehow.
Was Gaster the strongest monster before he had children?
Huh?
Was Gaster the strongest monster before he had children?
I will say so. Yes. What do you think? He clearly is. He clearly was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
would, would Betty's weakness be stupidity? I mean,
What?
I guess stupidity is everybody's weakness.
Oh my gosh.
Will Jessica's soul stay cracked?
Yes, that's
Yes, her
a
soul is permanently damaged now.
yeah, which is pretty bad. That's why you should never use that weapon. Dumb people, dumb, and uses it anyways. What?
All
Some
right.
of the questions are
Pyrus and
hilarious.
Asgore both are going to be expanded on in this next episode. That's going to be talked about.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't mind giving that. Spoiler is not really important, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, it's going to be talked about. Don't worry.
yeah,
But
it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. You'll see. Just please have patience.
will an ice cream solve the problem? Will he play a role? Maybe.
Uh, maybe. I don't know.
Ooh,
Oh
do
man.
you want to answer that one?
Oh, which one?
And I'll send it to you because
It is
if
fine.
you don't want to answer this one, then
Yeah, it's fine. Oh, I mean, I wanted to make that clear. I, I mean, I know I only made Kumu absorb Monster Soul so far, but uh, he he can perfectly absorb human monsters as human souls as well. He can just eat both of them and just get the same amount of power out of each one. It's just uh, Betty basically just decided to try to get rid of the bigger threat that she knew before going into absorbing human souls, because those are kind of easy to get since they can't basically defend themselves because they don't use or they don't know how to use magic. But Kumu can basically absorb both human and monster souls as equal. Oh,
ooh, can Gaster do the fusion thing with Frisk like Sans did?
I mean, monsters can absorb
Yeah.
human souls. That's for everyone. That's for all monsters.
So you got to think about how strong would Gaster be if Papyrus died and he absorbed Frisk's soul.
Oh, that'll be too much. I mean, we don't want to reset the timeline. Do you want to kill Frisk? Jeez, people, what are you thinking?
Well, I mean,
That's just
Sans
cruel.
wanted to.
They wanted.
Sans' last wishes. Break his promise.
Oh my gosh, you guys are awful. Ugh. Oh, my throat is dying. I'm not gonna be able to talk at all tomorrow. Crap.
Good. Maybe you'll actually animate them.
You're a jerk.
What would
Uh,
happen if fear fought fear? I mean,
uh,
Cammy already talked about how there can only be one fear soul at a time.
yeah. There's a reason of why. It's like fighting determination against determination. Aside from being impossible, uh, I don't know. It's just weird. Ow!
How many seasons of Glitchtale are you planning on making?
No idea. Honestly, I have no
Probably just
idea.
keep going until she gets tired of animating it.
Basically, until I get bored of it. Basically, yeah. Oh.
Why is it called Glitchtale? There's a lot of glitches. On a scale of 1 through 10, how much of a chance does Gaster have on dunking Betty?
Hmm.
At least a 5.
Oh, are you gonna leave it 50%? 50-50?
I said at least 50-50.
Oh, good. Good. Oh, what's Jessica's daughter's name? Actually, I don't know. I wanted to keep it just without a name.
Integrity.
Integrity. You can just yeah. There you go. Just call her integrity.
Why is
That
bravery chosen to turn into fear?
because it's
I
like the
mean, the
opposite
opposite
of
of bravery is fear.
it. Basically, yeah, it's just the opposite of it.
Is it possible to remove your soul and keep fighting? No. In Undertale, it stated that your soul is the culmination of your entire being. You exist because of your soul.
Yeah, yeah. And in that matter, I just wanna stay to the canon. Let's just stick as close as possible I can to the canon of Undertale. Oh! I wanna yes. That guy right there has got it.
Who?
Being officially crowned with the title of Phil's Queen. I
Ah,
accept that title. Thank you.
because you did it all by yourself.
I am the pink Phil's Queen.
Can
Yes.
Betty's soul be absorbed?
I mean, yeah. Can it? Well, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I don't
I mean,
know.
nothing like Betty's ever existed before, so it's hard to judge that.
No
I mean,
idea.
you have to wait and see.
We're running out of questions. It's been a longer stream than I intended it to be. Again, I suck at making short things. Oh, okay.
Will Undyne be jealous of Betty's spear throwing skills?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know, maybe.
Oh man, Betty, you really slaughter my friends nicely. Nice technique.
Oh man. Papyrus is really strong. A lot of people seem to misunderstand that.
I mean, even Undyne's like, he's really freaking tough. Those are exact words.
Yep. He's just really strong. He
Hey,
just
can
doesn't
I give a
show.
little spoiler here?
Sure.
Small spoiler.
Yeah.
Small.
It's fine. It's fine.
Papyrus has really gotten into golf lately.
Huh?
Papyrus has really gotten into golf lately.
Okay. Next question. What is it? Boy.
Ooh.
What?
Could Gaster use the machine that brought him back to bring Sans back?
I mean,
They're not in the void. He's dead. There's a difference.
yeah.
We can jokingly say that, he's hanging out with Gar or whatever in the void, but no, dead characters don't go to the void. They're dead. The void is a place outside of reality, not the afterlife.
Pretty much.
Whenever we talk about that, that's just a joke. Are
Oh boy.
bravery and determination the strongest traits? I'd say determination out of the human traits is probably the strongest, but bravery isn't the most powerful. That character was just very strong.
Pretty much.
All right, any questions that you see you want to go to?
I mean, my throat is dying. Just last round of questions so we can give this an end. And I can upload this lame stream on YouTube because it's been lagging a lot, and I hate it. I mean, I think the sound doesn't lag at all, which is what I care about the most. So I think that's okay. Okay, last round of questions. Let's see. How old is Betty? She's okay. Awakened, she's 1 month old. Existing, she's couple hundred years old. But it's kind of complicated. I already explained this earlier, but you can just go back in the video and hear that one.
I really like that question.
Whoa,
Who is Veer?
who's Veer? You see the icon I have there in the stream? That's Veer. That's an accurate representation
That's
of him.
entirely who he is. That's all that matters.
That's
Single
all that
picture
matters.
is everything that matters about him.
Yes, that's it. That's it. That's him. Nothing else to say about that.
Next question. Nice. Good question. I don't know. I didn't read anything.
What question?
I don't know. I didn't read one.
Oh. Oh boy. Uh, okay, I don't know. Actually, never mind. That would be stupid. I was gonna make myself a question because I saw a question that made me think on something. But that's
Ask
for
me the question.
that's for. Veer, I have a question for you.
All right, what's your question?
Okay, we know Betty's a creature, right?
Mm.
Um, considering that there's going to be other traits that are going to be the opposite of them, can they lose their trait? Can the opposites of the traits lose their trait? Considering they're normal humans.
Since they're just normal humans, yes,
Yeah, but if they
I
lose the
believe that
trait,
they can lose
would
their
they
trait.
just be
Sure,
gray
they're much
or
more powerful, but I guess it depends on the trait and the situation they're in. But given the right situation, I imagine so.
it would just go gray or go back to the
Yeah,
original?
it probably go gray because that would mean they lost their trait.
True. Okay.
Because look at bravery, it lost its trait, turned gray, got a new trait, and then died.
Dead. It's just dead. Okay. Okay, a lot of repeated questions right there. I think we covered pretty much everything I wanted to cover, at least. Even more.
Can Betty fear anything? Yes, but does that mean they're affected by her fear? No.
Exactly. Like, Betty can feel pretty much anything a normal human being can feel, but do they do something with the feeling? That's up to her. She does not behave like a normal human being. They do feel like one, but they do not act like one.
Frisk faded away in Megalomaniac when they died. Why? Glitches.
I don't want to explain everything with glitches, but basically their determination was so strong they managed to like project themselves outside of the soul for a couple of seconds, enough to cover that one blow and enough to tell kind of sense what to do before being trapped inside their soul once again, which was when this whole thing happened in Megalomania. Determination. I mean, that's pretty much what happened to everything. I mean, that triggered everything that happened in season one, and subsequently on season two, which I think it's been a bad thing or a good thing so far. I don't even know in this series if everything we've done so far is good or bad, considering everything that's been happening lately. It's pretty bad. I would not like to be Frisk right now. I will feel really, really bad. Oh boy. Oh, I think we covered pretty much anything. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. All the other questions are just repeating themselves. Oh, okay.
Will there be a plot twist where Betty becomes everyone's friend? Maybe.
Oh, good luck trying to befriend that demon. Good luck on that. Boy, okay. I think we covered everything. I think I'm ready to end.
Well, will you do more streams like this in the future?
Absolutely, yes. I actually want to do more Q&A. I wanted to like leave one specific day of the week to make Q&As and things like that, and the rest just normal animation streams or something, but I do want to do this more often. It's really, really fun. Really fun to me. Okay. That
Well, that was fun.
was really fun, yeah. Okay. I think that's it for now. I'm gonna hang on you there because you suck.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
thank
But
you.
what if I hung up on you first?
No! Ah, I did it first. Okay, I'm gonna lower the volume on this. Hopes and dreams. Okay, guys. Boy, that was fun. I think I'm gonna leave this in here. I'm sorry for the lag. Like, I'm really sorry for the lag. There was a lot of lag. I don't know why there was so much lag on the freaking stream. I swear. I'm really, really sorry. I hope that the audio is not affected by lag. I really hope so. I'm gonna upload this to YouTube so you all can see it and answer yourself your questions. But yeah, that I was reading both YouTube and Twitch chat. I can only put up Twitch chat up here, so yeah. Um, I guess that's it for now. If you wanna, there were some questions that were not answered, probably because of two reasons. One, they were already answered. Secondly, they were probably spoilers. Either that or they were silly or unrelated to Glitchtale. But yeah. Oh, okay. I talk so much. Thank you all guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. In the next extreme also, since this is gonna go on YouTube, I just want to say, guys, that whatever, if you want more information or any updates about my progress on the next animation, please follow me on Tumblr or on Twitter. I'm usually posting updates there, and you can also just watch me animating it live. I'm gonna be making streams on YouTube and Twitch at the same time of the animation process. Once again, it's gonna take a while because fight scenes are really hard to make, and it's just me animating. And I want to keep it that way. I want this to be my project. I want this to be my doing. So I know it's gonna take a month and a half or 2 months to get this one animation done, but I promise to you guys, it's gonna be worth it, and I'm pretty sure you all are gonna enjoy it. Like, the wait is gonna be worth it. Okay? So yeah, I think that's it for now. Thank you